Hey guys, how are you all doing this afternoon? I hope you're all doing well. So in 5 minutes, we're going to have an open of the Asian session. It's an interesting day today. So after the news from over the weekend about the war in Iran and all that, we had a big gap on crude, right? Like if we look at the 1 hour chart, they gapped quite a lot. Like I had all these channels sort of drawn out here, but they just freaking gap like over the channel completely. So today trading was kind of, all those people that did their weekend analysis in order to prepare for the market open, as we all should. You shouldn't be trading if you're not prepared. It was actually, was not very useful. And it's been happening lately. The market's been just opening kind of at will. And that weekend analysis is not very useful. But let's see what we have right now. So pretty much like all throughout the day today, we had this nice range. I can actually even delete this and perhaps even delete that and delete this. So we have this range. Let's change the color of this one. And we'll also make it green. We have this big trading range that we've been just stuck inside of. The whole range was just, let's see, how many points was that? Roughly 1.78, right? So $1.78 on one contract. The reason actually why I like to trade crude so much is because it's so easy to calculate your stop loss. Like you honestly know that on one contract, like $1 move in crude on one contract is $1,000. So if you trade micro, if you want to trade 2, 3, 4, 5 contracts, it's very easy to quickly calculate what your stop loss is going to be. So for example, if I know that I can only risk, $250, like we will be risking on this Tradeify account, which hopefully we can pass today. You guys can't, let me just show you a little bit more. So we've got $26,095 and we need $405 to pass this account. And this is the Tradeify 25K daily account. Right, so hopefully we can pass this one together. And then we also have a Top Step account to trade today. Okay, so let's see how it goes. So as I was saying, for example here, right? So let's say we're watching this push to the top of the range, and we're grabbing this bear bar over here, and we're going to be, having our stop loss over here. We're going to sell below this bear bar with a stop loss above. So it's 0.18, right? So 0.18, we know that on one contract, as I was saying, it's going to be $180. So if I know that I'm risking 250, I should be opening one contract. Or let's say I could open 15 micros. Right? Because we know that 10 micros is the same as one mini contract. Okay. But pretty much in terms of what I want to be trading, I want to be trading this range for sure. So when crude opens right now, obviously I'm bearish because of this strong gap open. But if we were to break through this this range strongly, then perhaps we could go and try to close the gap. I'm not sure if there's been any news since the market closed an hour ago. But yeah, pretty much trade idea number one is to be trading this range. So selling somewhere at the top of this range with the take profit here. Or if the range is going to break, then maybe first the test of these highs, right, from yesterday. Right here. Maybe test of these highs. Or maybe test up to this trend line over here. I'm also taking a look at gold personally. Actually, this morning, okay, so I see the gold opened in the exact same spot. Let's see if crude did the same. Kind of, right? So crude is now pushing. Let's see if in the span of this 5-minute bar, we're going to be trying to break through this top of the range. If we are, I may decide to sell the top of that range if we get a nice bear close. But as I was saying about the gold, so this morning, so yesterday night, gold opened really strongly to the upside. They checked down as well here, and there was a little bit of a support forming down here. So my first trade idea last night was to actually buy it here. I think I bought this bar and I closed at the top of this resistance, right? What I thought. So we had 1, 2, and then I bought it somewhere here and I decided to close it. At, back to crude. Yes, I bought it like here. And then I closed it somewhere here. Obviously now with the power of hindsight, we can clearly see that there was so much more juice to be squeezed out of this trade. Unfortunately, that wasn't to be for me, and I could only have closed that tiny portion of that position. So yeah. But look at what happened throughout the day today. So here, right, let's say we bought after this bar. Okay, our risk was here below this pivot. We came out here, so roughly went like 1 to 1. But look at this, guys. We actually went all the way up to 6.2 R. Right, that's pretty tough. Imagine you're risking 1,000 and you're making 6,000 in a trade. It's pretty decent. Yeah, but since like 10 o'clock today, after we reached that 390 level over here, we were pretty much just collapsing, and you can clearly see that on 1 hour chart. So we tested those levels over here, 390. We had this micro double top here. So we pushed once, pushed twice, rejected, and then just boom, 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 boom. Just a lot of bear bars. So yeah, we're going to be looking at whether this trend line is going to hold here. Maybe we will find like a nice bullish close above that trend line. Definitely, if there was a big bullish bar right now in the next 2 minutes, I'm gonna buy it, and we're going to put our stop here below the lows. Okay, I just want to wait for the close of this bar before I take any trades. I've been talking about this before on my stream, I think. But for a long time, there was this negative correlation between crude and gold. And pretty much what it, in practice, what it looks like is that whenever crude would go up, the gold would go down at the same time. But in the last couple of days, because of there being more reasons for this than just the Iran war, like a big topic is now the Federal Reserve and their potential plan to hike rates. It used to be, and now apparently people are saying that most likely the rates are going to remain on hold. So that's one factor. War in Iran is the second factor. So that correlation, it's actually no longer so reliable. I mean, you can argue, right? Like there was this move from 1230, right? We had this big move up on crude, 1230 and pushing up. And then let's see on gold from 1230 around here, right? We had the big move down. So I guess this correlation is still there, but I've also observed at this, then both at this, like selling off at the same time. So okay, so here we had a big rejection on crude. And let's see what does it look like on gold. Okay, so we're going to buy this trade on gold. We're going to risk $200 on this account. So we're going to buy 4 contracts. Okay. And here we only have to make $405. So the way I like to measure it is I just click here, I click limit, I drag this order back to where my entry is, and then I just measure. Okay, so 405 would be, let's do 408. So that's 345.3. 345.3. And then I can just do 345.3. We'll do sell limit here. Okay. So let's see if our first trade of the stream can be a really nice winner for us. This is not like a crazy high probability trade, just because it's the very first bar after the open. A lot can happen, but I've seen it many times when the crude would just gold in this case, it would open and would just start rallying like right off the open. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it's one of those times that it does go up. We'll see. A lot of people talk about how like lonely of a profession trading is, but actually I've never had any issue with that. I do not need to be around other people. For all I care, I could be sitting in front of my screen just with the charts and sort of playing this game of trading on my own every day, 7 days a week if it was possible. But yeah, like right now, for example, it's 6:07. I'm streaming. Hopefully, some of you guys can enjoy it too, and we can spend that time together. But I've never cared about trading. I never had issues with trading being the lonely sort of our profession. I've actually enjoyed it quite a lot, because anywhere you go, to like a job or anything, even like running your own business, you have to deal with people, and sometimes depending on what sort of people you're dealing with, it can be exhausting. Yeah. Another thing I read in a book somewhere is that if you're dreading sitting in front of the charts every morning, if you find it exhausting, like not fulfilling, or perhaps like not stimulating, boring, or kind of like very stressful, then perhaps trading is not for you. Like a huge part of the game is just sitting there and pretty much staring at the screen. But yeah, I've always found it very enjoyable personally. So yeah, now I get to do it with you guys, so it's fun. So typically my time frame of choice when I swing trade, or when I trade my personal account, is 1 hour. I believe there is less noise on a 1 hour chart. You kind of have more time also to make decisions and come up with trading ideas, and you don't have to act so quickly. But obviously, when I'm streaming or creating this content for YouTube, it's just it's too long. It would be pretty boring to just be sitting here for 3 hours looking at 1 hour chart, and you guys listening to me talk like I am now, just trying to fill in the silence. Okay, so we had the first bar close, and it's not ideal. Like, obviously, we wanted to see some nice follow-up. So after a big green bar, we wanted to see another bull bar and another bull bar with bigger body, potentially, like Al Brooks likes to say. But we're testing lower right now. So we'll see what that goes. Let's see what happened on Crude. So Crude very indecisive. Yeah, we're stuck in that range too. Yeah, so for us it's a very speculative trade on gold that we took right now. Yeah, so we see it. We see it unfold. So the plan is, guys, like if we hit 405 in profits on this account, then we're going to switch over to the top step 150k account. So on that account we have a little bit of a drawdown. So hopefully together with your help, guys, we can make a comeback and get out of that drawdown on that account. I like to see that we pulled back a little bit. I just want to quickly see. I was just saying that I want to see the quality of the stream, okay? If you guys are seeing me good, so bear with me for a sec. We pulled back a little bit. I just want to quickly see. I was just saying that I want to see the quality of the stream, okay? If you guys are seeing me good, so bear with me for a sec. Yeah, everything's looking good. Coming through loud and clear. Okay, in the meantime, gold is making a considerable move against our position. But we will not abandon this position until our stop loss is not closed. The moment our stop loss is hit, we're going to get taken out, and then we reevaluate our approach. So the premise for this trade was that after this strong open, this was pretty much the low for this session, and then we're going to push back higher to test sort of this level of resistance. This was my idea for this trade. If gold goes below this low, actually we can make it here. If gold goes below this, then obviously our trade is invalid and we have to reevaluate. I have to find a different trade. So let's see. So for now, this looks like an opportunity to sell from the top. A lot of people taking an opportunity to sell from those levels. Another thing that sort of made me like those longs here is because we had this strong Asian session and move higher after the news from Iran, Washington as well, because it was the U.S.-Iran deal information. We had a strong move, so and we sort of created that trend line here. that trend line looked much better up here, right? And I was trying to actually buy it today, but unfortunately it got stopped out. I keep moving this. Yeah, so we had a really good close for the bears. Let's see if we can salvage this. It looks like we're gonna get stopped out. Yes, we just got stopped out. Okay, how much did it end up closing us at? 317, so it's a little bit more than we hoped. I guess there was a little bit of a slippage on this one, which is fine. We're going to reevaluate this and see if we can take maybe another trade somewhere. And crude, yeah, crude doesn't do anything special either. So yeah, as I was saying, I was trying to buy this over here, but I got stopped out from this very quickly. I think I tried another time here. We had a nice 1, 2, 3, 4, but also there was a lot of selling pressure over there, so we didn't have much luck with those longs anymore. That's the trading. Like, definitely on some days you're going to struggle a lot with your own biases about the market. So, you know, you see like a strong open in the morning, like here, and then you start thinking, oh, okay, I'm going to be buying this market. But then just the market structure changes completely. And let's say, you know, if you follow an idea of buy for any reason, right? Like a really strong breakout, like buy for any reason. Sure, but your stop loss has to be all the way down here. So if you were buying here, like look at this stop loss. That's $40 stop loss. That's a lot. On one contract, that's $4,000. One micro, guys, that's $400 on one micro. And yeah, okay, we buy here, then eventually we can close. But look, it's not even 1-to-1. That's why it's important to find actually a good entry. A much better entry would be down here on this, right? So this specifically. Dakota from Top Step, he calls these a 3-bar reversal. So you have 1 bar, 2, and then on the third one, you know, it's supposed to be entering with the stop down here. So here you'd be risking $700, $750 on one contract, one mini, $75 on one micro. And if you can stay in this trade, then that's a really nice, let's see, really nice $58 move to the upside. See, so we see a nice recovery from gold. Okay, if we were to buy this, okay, we're going to buy it with 5 micros. So that's going to give us $275. Okay, so this is a good trade. And now we had 400, but now we lost 300. So that's about 725 is what we need to pass. Okay, let's see what this looks like on 1 minute. Yeah, I'm gonna open this trade. I like this structure down here. So sometimes I would drop to a 1 minute chart. Typically I like for the 5 minute bar to close, but if I see like a really strong closes on 1 minute, like for example, see these bars, like this one's a nice reversal bar. You could already be buying here if you were trading on 1 minute chart, and that's a nice 1 to 1.5 risk. But yeah, this is a good, you know, so you have a reversal bar, a good follow-up bar, and hopefully now we can get another bar. Let's see. One thing that I'm a little bit worried about is this downside trend. Oh, I don't need it. This downside trend here, right? So we've been in this channel for quite some time now. And in order for our dreams to come true and our take profit being reached, we have to break through this channel. But on the other hand, what I like is that we tested the bottom of this channel and we rejected from it. So yeah, this definitely could be promising. What I don't want to see, I don't want the market to be stalling over here. Like if we're gonna get to this level and we're gonna see like a nice bear reversal bar, like I'm gonna consider closing this trade here for the $200 profit. Let's see how it closed on 5 minutes. Yeah, so it's not as good as it could be. We kind of bought the top tick over there. But I still believe that this could be a good trade. We'll find out very shortly. And Crude is trying to push up as well. So if the negative correlation was to be, the move up on Crude would push our gold down, right? So we don't want that to happen. But what may also happen is very quickly the situation can reverse and we can see crude start to tank and gold start to go up. So that's why you have to be very careful with the correlation, because you never know kind of when they're gonna catch up. I think it's easier to kind of look at 1 hour chart and maybe then play the correlation and maybe use it as a filter. So for example, you see gold kind of go down, right? So you may be thinking that, and you were thinking about shorting crude, so maybe you want to reconsider that, like in that sense. Like maybe you want to take a second look to make sure that that you really want to sell it, if you believe in that negative correlation, of course. Okay. Let's see if we caught this correctly, this gold this time. Okay, so it's finally starting to move in our direction a little bit. Oh, it's a very short-lived. Yeah, we just stuck our head out above our entry level for a very brief moment. And sellers came in to take this market lower right away. So it looks like they're really liking the top of this channel, indeed. But I don't want to make any decisions before this bar closes in 1 minute and 20 seconds. Okay, we're pushing lower a little bit. Yeah, we have a stronger push lower. Yeah, looks like people are still interested in selling that gold. Okay, if we get stopped out of this trade, we're going to drop our risk from 250 to 125. We're going to drop our risk in half. Yeah, so that's not a really good close for us. And it looks like we're going to get stopped out of this one. So as you guys remember, this trade did kind of did peak over our entry for a brief moment and then just got sold off. As you see here, right? Like we were up here, got sold off. But maybe there are still people interested in buying the bottom of this channel. Let's see. I'm trying, and it's hard at times, but I'm trying not to make any decisions before the ball closes. Like, I'll be honest with you, like if I saw this 5-minute bar that closed like this, not really at the top, I maybe wouldn't have bought. Or we did buy it based on the 1-minute chart of what I saw on 1-minute chart. But if I saw this, maybe I wouldn't buy it. So this could be seen as a little bit of a mistake. And maybe I should have waited till the 5-minute bar closed, and then decide to enter. That's kind of the thing. No matter how many years you've been doing this, like it's a constant. I don't want to say struggle, but it's like you're constantly being tested by the market. And you know, the more you kind of been doing this, the more experience you have, the more things that you've seen in the markets. But it's still the emotional aspect and all the rest. It's actually makes it's like all those things are what makes this game very challenging. Okay, we have 2.5 minutes till the close of this bar. Let's see if we can get a nice bull close. On a 15, all we see is red. We don't see any strength of the bulls. And it's what we will see on the 1-hour chart naturally too. Oh, and we're done. Okay. So now we're going to just see what happens. We'll drop our risk and we'll wait for like a really good signal. Oh wow, so wow, there's so much slippage on here. Our stop loss was only 250, but it actually closes at 300, man. Lots of slippage. Let's see what the Crude is doing. Okay, so it looks like Crude is going to be testing the top of that range. Let's see if when we test the top of that range, if we're going to get a reversal, right? Like a rejection, first of all, and then perhaps a reversal. Let's see what happens. In the meantime, we're also going to keep an eye on gold, but we're not going to buy anything like this. This is the kind of bar that I want to buy, like closing at its high, on its high. This one as well. This is not good enough. Okay, so definitely what I'm seeing here on gold is that we are trying to reverse. We're trying to resume that bull move from today. But every sort of try to reverse is being sold off. So what I would like to do, what I would like to see now is them try to go down again and get rejected again. And then maybe we can try to buy that and have it, you know, like if it goes here, if we buy here, maybe have it go back to test the top of the channel or something. But right now we're just going to wait and watch. We can take a look at the 1 minute to see what's happening there. Yeah, it's just a bear trend. See, like a bear channel down. Let's see where we've been getting stopped out. Execution marks. Okay, so we bought it here. Okay, so we bought the top of this channel and we've been taken all the way down. Then we also bought kind of like a reversal and we've been taken down. So now if we were to buy here, we would have been buying in the same sort of area where we got stopped out from. And this market has demonstrated us that every time that we go up, they like to take us down. So now if I'm gonna buy, like I want to buy a really good price somewhere at the bottom here of this channel. Like this sort of would be my area where I'd like to be buying. And then the idea being that from here we go here, right, to test back the top of this channel. This could be our, say if we buy here, yeah, 5, so maybe 1 to 1 or something. What they say though is that if it's going down, it's much easier to make money selling than buying. So maybe, you know, if we can find an opportunity to sell, it could be something that we would consider too. But for the sell, I want to be selling at the top of this trend, not at the bottom. Crude is looking very illiquid at the moment. I see these small bars. Yeah, this is a sign of not very liquid market. Okay, so we have some kind of area of support forming here. We can draw it maybe with a different color. Let's see, let's maybe make it like this nice color. Like every time we came down here, there were buyers interested in buying this, but we continued to keep checking down to this level. So maybe if we come down here again, we can buy at this level and have our stop maybe here. So that's gonna be, yeah, like $200 risk. Let's see what we're looking at. 5. Okay, so we had a nice follow-up to this bar, but it's not a lot. So we would be risking 3 to make, yeah, almost the same. Just a 1 to 1 for us. Okay, so that 5-minute bar is just closed. And it was a decent bull close. So it's the second time that we have 2 bull bars next to each other. So this one I liked is because it was bigger body. Here's also kind of bigger body too. Let's see. Yeah, we could have a big, yeah, but this top of that of the channel. Now let's be patient. Let's be patient. If it gives us an opportunity to buy at the bottom here, we're going to do it. But now let's not buy it in the middle of that channel. And crude is just going nowhere at the moment. And gold is going nowhere. So this sort of reminds me of what happened last, like this morning here. Like these bars are also were not too great, but we had like after a considerable move down, we had this nice consecutive bull bars, and then we had these really strong bars. And it's kind of similar level as well. Right, if you consider this. Yeah, that's a good resistance, good support level. Let's see on 1 minute how we can. Okay, so if we were to risk $125, how many units can we buy? 3. What's the likelihood of that being broken though, I'm thinking? Would my decision making be any different if I didn't have these two losing trades? And that's also something I like to ask myself. Like, would I be hesitating to take that trade again? Keep having these lower lows though too. That's another thing. So here we went higher. We couldn't get back above it, and we couldn't get back above it again. Now we're going to wait. We're going to look for our trade at the bottom of this. Let them try to, now that we've established that this is an interesting level for us to be buying from, let them come back and test that level again. And crude is really doing a whole lot of nothing right now. All right. Okay, it's a decent bar. Okay, we're going to buy gold. Right, so we're long gold. I'm not going to set my take profit level anywhere. We'll see how much this trade can give us. If we can, I'd love to add to this trade more. If we had like a big bull buy right now, and I'll be able to secure my position at break even, the first one, then I could be tempted to buy another 3 micro contracts to add to it. No, let's go gold. Let's have a nice big bull bar now. So let me get rid of those arrows. So we rejected of this big support level down here. Maybe if we were really to get going, like we could go all the way up here. And that's going to give us how much in profit? 600, so we would be at break even if we started going. And then, yeah, kind of here is, so it is well within the realm of possibility still. So we're not done at all. So we're hitting the top band of that channel. So now I just want to see that channel to be broken. We're gathering the momentum now. Hopefully this momentum can continue. Let's see. So I don't want to be adding on this bar just because if they were to use this opportunity to sell the bears because this is the top of the channel, then after this big bull bar, we may see a big bear bar, just kind of covering it and making it like a perfect reversal setup. So I don't want to be adding right now. But if we were to close strongly above this trend channel line, then have another green bar, then I could add more and rack up my stop a little bit higher. Well, let's see. It's $51. Yeah, so we can already see that the sellers are sort of selling this market at the top of the channel. Well, let's let's wait for that bar to close and see where we're going to be in 20 seconds. Crude is not going anywhere. $36, $27. A whole lot of nothing right now. Yeah, and that's not really a good bar. See, so we're trying to go high, and then we were met with a lot of selling pressure. Let's see what that looks like on 1 minute. Yeah, see, so that's kind of like a reversal bar on 1 minute. But what I want you to consider here is the number of green bars compared to the bear bars. So we had, let's count from here. So we had 1 red, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 red bars, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bear bars. So logically, there's more sort of like buying momentum than selling, but everything can change with a one big juicy bear bar if they can print it. I like that there is not an instant rejection, but that the buyers are holding that market over there. Okay, so now if this bear bar becomes a bull bar and closes like here at 34 maybe, or even more so if it closes at 36, I'm going to add another position and I'm going to move my stop. If this bar closed like more at the highs, then I could be already adding. But I think right now is just too. They may as well just come down to test the bottom of this channel again. So I don't want to get caught in that trade. Alright, looks like momentum is shifting a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna add to this position now. I'll make it 6. Okay, I can't make it 6. And we're gonna move our stop loss here. Sell 6, stop. And let's see. We're looking for a nice bull continuation. I started to seeing a little bit of the momentum there. Okay, that's a good close for a 1 minute bar. Okay, so we have 50 seconds to the close of this 1 minute bar. And the close of the 5 minute bar, too. Okay. 6 seconds. Yeah, so we have a kind of reversal bar. This is exactly what we were worried about, right? That this may happen. Perhaps we added too early to this trade. Okay, it's a nice push. Okay, so the momentum is picking up. Let's see if we can continue. If we're going to go above this bar, I want to buy another 3. Okay, so right now we're getting rewarded a little bit for adding to that trade. Let's see. So target is much higher. I don't really want to close it for a scalper's profit. I feel I need to make the background a little bit darker. Oh yeah, this is better. It's gonna be better for my eyes and your eyes, guys, when you're watching this. It's just white is very aggressive. Especially when you're staring into it for hours, like that white color, just like background color is really going to strain your eyes. So even making it a little bit like grayish helps. Okay, so that trade is starting to look good for us. But there's still 2 minutes to the close of that bar. Okay, bear with me for 1 sec. So not much have changed since I was gone. Okay, so we are at the 3-4. See, so we're having a little bit of a push up on gold, but we don't see a push down on crude. So that's a propos that negative correlation between the two instruments. It's not always there. Sometimes it's there, but I kind of started to stop. I stopped relying on that correlation. Just started becoming more and more unreliable for me. Okay, let's see if we can go for a nice runner with this. Okay, so we're going to be triggered into our buy stop soon. Okay, that's a nice close. We're actually going to buy right here. And we're going to move our stop just below this. So we're going to be risking a little bit more. We're keeping our stop very tight. You know what? No. I'm not gonna buy just because we are at this previous resistance level up here. So I don't wanna increase my exposure just yet. Yeah, yeah, the sellers can come in here and just swoop me. I don't want to be in a 3 extra contracts long when that happens. So we're gonna stick with our 6 contracts position. This is obviously 6 micro contracts, right? We're trading the micro gold futures MGC. And I can move this a little bit for you guys. No, I don't want to change the interval. What I want to do. Oh, here. This is what I want to do. There you go. So you guys can see more of the chart. You don't need to see any of the menus or anything. Okay, so if we look at this structure now, so that this was our first attempt to break through that channel. It kind of failed, and then we had the bear bar afterwards, but the sellers could not continue this move down, and instead we printed a really nice bear bar. And now we're printing, hopefully we can print, let's see if we can print another bear bar after. Looks like we are reacting to that resistance level. Let's see, I'm curious to see how this bar closes. We're having some whipsaw volatility back and forth. Yeah, it's 2 more minutes. What I'm looking for is a bull bar that closes above our breakout bull bar. If we can get that, then I could consider adding to that trade, because what would have happened earlier, we would have added 3 contracts here, right? I already had that order there, and then I would have racked up my stop just below this bar here. And now, as we can see, the market is making its way towards that level. I do appreciate the fact that it's still, like, if it was to break underneath this bar, it well may likely go and, you know, go lower and test the bottom. So I would be stopped out either way. So we could potentially buy, but yeah, this way we're risking less per trade. So maybe we should have looked at that negative crude correlation, right? We didn't see crude going down. Maybe we should have concluded that this move up on gold is short-lived too, right? Maybe that's the way to look at it. It's definitely you know, something to think about. Okay, so I definitely like the fact that this bear bar did not go below our bull bar. So that's helps our case just a little bit, to the point actually that I might add those 3 contracts afterwards. And we make this 9, and we're going to rack it up here. So right now we're risking more than our original 125, We're risking more like $180 maybe. But it looks like it could have been a good decision to add. Come on, gold. Why don't you reward us with a nice rally to the top, just like you can? 50, 60, $100. I think I've seen everything in the past 2 years. Trading these markets, I've really seen everything. Gold on news. On news. Like NFP, some hot news. It used to go up by $30. Which was like, oh my god, such a huge move. I remember every time that happened. It was an NFP, some like really crazy news, interest rate hikes, cuts, that kind of stuff. But now like $30, it's like not a big deal. The gold goes like $150 for like a big move. It's crazy. Definitely these instruments, these assets, became much more expensive to transact, and volatile too. Okay, so we could have closed this trade if we wanted to close it at these resistance levels here. But I think bulls are starting to get control of this market now. I like this price action, that the bears are no longer able to bring this market lower, and bulls instead are able to push it higher and higher. Now we just need a really big give up bar. And by a give up bar, I mean like a really big bull bar, where it pretty much signifies that the stops for the bears are being hit, and they're pretty much closing their trades and just getting out of the market. A trader friend that I used to know in the past, he used to say that when a bar like that would draw, would print on the chart, is that the ducks begin to quack, and you have to feed them. So the feeding of the ducks is hope. I hope we're something that we're going to see in a second. Okay, so we already went above the resistance levels. That's really good for us, and we're seeing a nice continuation on this. Yes, and that's when the ducks begin to quack. And you have to feed them. We saw some extra liquidity come in, which are the stops of the bears that were being hit under this level. Now my hope is that we can stay above these levels and continue building on that. So definitely I like the close of this bull bar, that it closed on its high here. I'm not going to do anything with my stop loss just yet. I'm not going to move it to break even. Still going to wait. It's only $3 that it's away from our entry, but it is the biggest bar of the session so far. So sellers are trying to reassert their position, their presence. And same thing. So we had a move up a little bit, and we didn't see a move down in crude at all. So I think we can debunk the argument that there is a negative correlation between crude and gold. Frankly, I don't think they give a shit about each other anymore. So we would be just better off trading the instrument, that we like looking at the instrument that we are trading, which is gold in this case. Okay. So our trade is making us a little bit of money. So we are probably close to like, let's see. So our stop loss is from 33.2 to 31.5. So let's round it up and say that's 2. And now we are $3 in profit. So we're like 1.5 R in profit now. But I just looked at the clock and it's already 7 p.m. So that means that we had a 1 hour bar close. And our 1 hour bar closed as a bull bar. So that's really good. And that sort of is what propelled that move higher. It was that a bull close of the 1 hour bar. So now with this, so let's see. Let's calculate our take profit. So how much do we need? So we're minus 600. So we need to be like 1,000. So 1,000 is gonna be here. 44. So that's actually not that far. That's actually not far. 44, sell 9. You guys think we can get there? Let's see. So now we are 2R in profit. And we're hoping for a nice continuation of this trade. I like what Tom Hugard always says about trading, right? And taking small profits. Like, we are in these markets to make money, not to break even. And in order to do that, from time to time, we need these big winners that can pay for, occasional moments of increased difficulty in the markets, or just maybe conditions that are not good for our trading strategy. So those big winners that are, 3 times, 5 times your risk are really going to help you survive in the long term. Okay, we have 26 seconds till the close of this bar. Okay, so we had an inside bar close, and honestly, I never know what it means. Does that mean that it's gonna reverse now, or is it gonna continue? All I pretty much care about is that we didn't go below my bull bar. And we see market continuing there, and it kind of tells me also is that the bulls are still stronger than the bears. And probably the appetite is for the higher prices. All right, looks like we're pushing higher again. Let's see a nice push now. Come on. Give it to us. Give it to us. Give it to us. Give it to us. Let's break through that resistance up there. Come on, come on. 312, I think we were, the highest that we were was 360, maybe, if I remember correctly. I think that was our highest profit on this trade. It's really jumpy now. Crude is really doing a whole lot of nothing right now. Everybody's trading gold. Well, gold make our time worth it. You know, the time we spend here analyzing these markets and trading it, and it's give us a big payoff. One more minute till the bar closes. So I'm hoping that this level now here is going to act as a support and is going to be attractive enough for extra buyers to step in and get involved in this market. Hopefully help us to push it higher. It's definitely not looking bad. It's not looking bad, this trade. Okay, so we're going to get a consecutive bear close right now. Okay. Let's see what's going to happen now. Okay, so we're seeing some support down there. Some buyers interested in buying. Man, sellers are a little bit more confident now about their direction as well. They're selling a little bit stronger too. Let's see who wins this battle. Looks like we're going to get unlucky on this one. No, maybe not. Wait. Maybe not yet. Maybe not yet. So what was this level when we came up to? Was it significant in any way? Let's see. Did we overlook something? Yeah, it was kind of these lows here. Well, let's see. Maybe our patience will be rewarded after all. I definitely like the fact that they tried to go lower and the buyers are stepping in, so I definitely like this. Yes, if we can make it a bull bar, this bear bar, that's going to help our case for higher prices. Yes, I like that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, this is freaking the most annoying part of trading. And they would stop you out and then go up. Or now we'll give you an opportunity to close the trade, only to go and stop you out. So that's trading for you, you know. Making decisions with incomplete information. Just like poker. Okay, we have a minute 20 till the close of this bar. So we've been here for an hour and 20 minutes, guys. We've been here since the Asia Open at 6 p.m. Eastern, right? It's 7:18 right now. And we're just trying to trade these gold markets. Let's go, let's go. Can we see a nice push so we can close this bar as a bull bar? Come on, let's do it. Good job, good job, good job. Come on. Let the bull momentum continue. What is Crude doing? A whole lot of nothing. This is actually crazy. Yeah, but we're more interested in gold at the moment. We're hanging by a thread here in this trade, which has been the story of my trading lately. It's been a long time since I was able to get into a nice runner where I could really hold this trade and squeeze more out of the market. The past couple of weeks, I've been hitting a lot of reversals. I would get into a trade and a little bit of profit, and then the market would unfortunately reverse on me. So let's hope that this one is not going to be one of those. Right now, kind of looks like one of those, not gonna lie. So let's see in the next few minutes what's gonna happen. Let's not lose our shit right now. Let's keep holding on to this trade. All right, we're hitting those 200s again. It makes us feel a little bit safer. 186 again. You guys watching the World Cup at all? I don't even know what's happening right now. Let's see. No way. Saudi Arabia is leading Uruguay. What's been happening this World Cup? There's so many upsets. It's actually pretty crazy. Belgium only tied with Egypt. 1-1. That's nuts. It's a lot of upsets. Makes for a good World Cup, I suppose. Like it's not that the favorites can win easily. Like today was like the day of upsets, because Spain only tied with Cabo Verde, then Belgium tied with Egypt, Saudi Arabia is leading Uruguay, and then we have Iran and New Zealand. So I don't know anything about neither of those teams, so can't really tell you what I'm expecting. Then we have France, Senegal. That could be an upset there. Argentina, Algeria could be an upset. And Iraq, Norway, too. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Okay, but back to our trade. So we're trying to continue that move higher. Let's see. We're hitting those 200s again. We're really looking for that take profit to be hit at 44. We're currently at 35, so we're looking for a move of $9 to the upside. I'm not too thrilled that we are sitting at that resistance level over there. Yeah, I'm comfortable with that position being stopped out at minus 100 in an effort to see if we can squeeze more out of it. I've already accepted that stop loss level as something that I'm willing to risk. So let's see. Let's see if our composure will be noticed and appreciated by the markets. Very often it's not for me. So this is it's not gonna be a first that I'm rewarded for holding onto my trades, but it's definitely rare. It's more rare that I am rewarded. Very often you are punished for holding onto your trades. Yet that's what makes you money. Like big winners and holding onto them is what makes you money. Okay, so we're in 300s again. So that's good. Let's see now. Let's attack those highs and break through them. If we break through those highs, it's been a considerable resistance for us. So there may be fuel for us to go higher. Like I can definitely see a bunch of stops for the sellers being positioned here, right? So they took a short below this bar right here, put their stop up here. So if we're gonna touch this level, like even this level, there's gonna be a lot of stop loss activity. And it could be a liquidity for us to go higher, right? Because it's a buy stop. So obviously, if it hits their stop, they're buying. So it's gonna help us pop this market higher if we can break that. If we can break through that level. For now, we tried to go there and got rejected at those 37s, right? 37s? Yeah, 37s. Where are the big bull bars? Come on. Show me the big bull bars. Mm-mm. 2 more minutes till the close of the bar. Nice. We're testing those 37s again. Let's go. Let's go. My biggest regret always when I trade these moves is like, so for example, in this trade, there is a lot of struggle right now, right? Like there's this back and forth, like we're hitting that resistance, they're bringing us down a little bit, then we're trying to go up again to test it again. And then, like once it breaks through, it gives you, like more profit than you have seen till now. You're going to decide to close this trade, and that's really when this trade sort of starts to get more fuel and kind of go up. Like that's exactly what happened yesterday when I was trading this. At a similar time yesterday, it was also Asian session. Like it was struggling. Okay, it showed me like $700 in profit. I took it off the table, and then that trade the next day around like 10 a.m. Today would have been worth like 3,500, right? Because it went like $35 up, and I closed it for $7 and $700 profit. So yeah, the moment they break and they start printing big bars, like that's really when the move is about to start happening. Okay, so we're testing 37 again. Let's see if this is the time we actually break. Let's see those stops being triggered. Come on. Let's see those stops being triggered. I want to see the bears running for their lives. Let's do it. Let's do it. It's a good close. We closed on its high. The bar closed on its high, and there we go. We touched that resistance level. But can we push through it? Can we push through it? right, let's go. We're sitting on these 37s. We tested, kissed 37, 38, right? We kissed 38 and immediately tried to go lower. But I do believe I'm on the right side of the market now. So I want to hold on to this trade. Come on, let's push up to those 44s. Come on. Let's do it. Let's have a nice stream together today. Okay? If this trade hits the take profit level, we're going to stream the London session tomorrow morning, which is the 3 a.m. for me. Okay? Eastern time, so it's going to require quite of a commitment from my side, but I'm happy to do it. If this trade hits the take profit, then tomorrow we're going to trade the London session of the top step accounts. So let's stick around maybe for another 30 minutes. See what's gonna happen. Honestly, all it takes is just like 1 or 2 bars, and we can be hitting that take profit level. We're not really that far. It's just $8 pretty much. Okay, yeah. So now it's like $8 away. And $8 is nothing these days. It used to be a lot in gold, not now. When gold was worth like $1,000 per ounce, that's when an $8 move was a lot. But now when we're at 4,300 per ounce, $8 is nothing. That move can happen like at the end of the session. Nobody even blinks anymore. Okay, 15 seconds till the close. Bar 10, 9, 8, 7. And we're seeing a nice push. Yes, let's go. Beautiful. Okay, we're trying to push those 38s. Okay, we can really see this market accelerating now. Yeah, so exactly like we talked about, right? Like once we hit those stops and they get triggered, they would provide the additional liquidity for our long position and for those that want to buy. All right, so just $4 more. All right. Let's see if we can make this happen. They can make this happen. I'm not doing anything. My job is done. The moment I opened this trade, and my job was done. Now I guess the market makers, or whoever is institutions, whoever is pushing this market higher. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. I hope I'm going to be streaming tomorrow morning at 3 a.m. Hope you get to see me, guys, still pretty much sleeping. because that's a brutal time to be trading. But it's been actually quite profitable. It wouldn't be the first time that I'm trading this early. But yeah, in this trade we did everything correctly. So we honored our risk. We were only risking a little bit more than we said because it was 120, and then we ended up risking like 180. But we stayed through those pullbacks. We added to this trade 2 times. We started with 3 micros. Now we're sitting in 9 micros, going up, and we are hopefully going to hit our take profit soon, our sell limit. What was our high of this bar? It was 41. Okay, 41, and we're going for 40, 44. 41 was the high. Okay, bear with me, guys, for a second. I'll be right back. All right, so while I was gone, looks like we're testing back to that breakout level here. And we rejected this level. Look at this. So we went to 41, and we did not have enough strength to stay up there. I am not a fan of this, that this happened. So much so that if we go up again to this level, I'm gonna have to, I want to be coming out of this trade. And this is not a good sign. The Bears should not have the strength to beat the Bulls in their game, because we were pushing so high, so strong, and they were able to just close us, bring us down, and close it on the red. Not on its low, so that's good, but now they're printing a follow-up bar as well. But one could also make an argument. So we broke through that channel already, so we can delete that channel. One could make also an argument that now we have this trend line going. So maybe all we're doing right now is just testing how strong this trend line is. And for my sake, I hope that it is strong, and we can go back up from here. Gosh, in these situations, always makes you regret that you didn't close this trade. Also, what we're going to do, now we're going to secure it at break even. So if our break even is going to get hit, then that's it. I don't want to go from a trade that I was so much in profit on to now losing money on that trade. Now, like the worst outcome that I can accept is getting stopped out at break even. Okay, I like this. So maybe it's not over just yet. Let's see what happens when we get up, get back up here. If we do, we can't lose on this trade anymore because we've secured it at break even. Yes, we have lost 2 trades earlier, so we are, in a hole for those 2 trades. But this trade cannot hurt us anymore. Could help us if we closed it now too, but if it goes to take profit, it's gonna help us much more because we will get a brand new funded account with Tradeify. And those daily payouts, once you get a taste of them, I guess, you will develop a taste for them. Like once I've tried those daily payouts, it's just like, yes, it's so nice. Like I can even show you guys. Let's see. Yeah, let me show you. It's like if you see this, now I had this nice run when I would just have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 payouts in a row. That was pretty nice. And those were like day after day after day consecutive payouts from Tradeify. So it's really cool. It's really cool. I really like the daily payouts for sure. Okay, so we're back at 546. I definitely like the look of this bar. And it looks like that trend line is being respected. Okay, so we're back in 600s. So what was our profit over here? It had to be like, no wait, is my price updating? Oh, there you go. That's what I thought. I figured I thought like 600 was like here and the charge was still down there. Oh yeah, let me move it a little bit because you guys can see it. Oh yes. Oh yes, this is a lovely bull bar. This is a lovely bull bar. I'm not going to add any more to this, but I do want to get some nice follow-up. So now I just want $4 move up. So if we were to get a measured move from here, so let's say this bar, and we get another bar just like this printed, then that's our take profit. So let's hope this happens. Typically in those moves, like the follow-up bar, if it was supposed to be like a breakout kind of situation, then the follow-up bar would be even bigger than the breakout bar. So, and just to make sure that I passed it, I'm gonna put it at 44, like 9 maybe. Okay. But see, we're seeing the pesky bears come in one more time. It's just a big battle, big battle. All right, let's bring this market higher again. Let's do it. Let's do it. Why are the bears like so strong out here? Like, I understand that we were following the second part of the day, but like we're clearly communicating to the market that we are, looking forward to those higher prices, but yet there's enough bear interest to bring this chart down, huh? All right, now bulls are stepping in, and the bears are stepping in again. Yeah, there's definitely no clear direction for this. Nope. And looks like we're gonna get stopped out. So now it looks like those people, those traders who bought that big bull bar and had their stop just below it, got stopped out. And we're going right back up. This is just freaking insane. Probably like one thing that I hate the most about trading. Like it's just so like obvious like what they're trying to do. Like you are trading in the correct direction. In this case, bullish, but they will take you out of the market before they continue going up. It's just so freaking obvious. Like this bull bar had this bear bar had no reason to even be here. Like look what's happening now. It's just so freaking obvious. It's crazy. That is crazy. And what you're gonna tell me that this bear bar is now going to turn into a big bull bar, and we're gonna continue pushing higher? Be my guest, but I know that if I was buying this above here, like if I was buying it here, right? So my strategy is the trend line, right? I see a nice continuation. Say, wow, that's a big bar. I'm gonna put my stop down here. Boom, you get stopped out, and then the market starts going in your direction. I hate that. Okay. Let's see. In the next 10 minutes till 8 p.m., let's see if this trade can come to a conclusion. So if somebody really wanted to, like you could like drag your stop up here, right? To secure like $100. And I guess we could do that because if they test this level again, most likely they're gonna break through it and they're gonna go lower. So yeah, I guess we can leave the stop down here. See, so this trade roughly took us like an hour and 40 minutes from the start. So we had those two trades at the beginning. It's like 20 minutes, let's say. And now we can see that we are an hour and 56 minutes into the stream. and we've been sitting in that gold trade, in this gold trade for the majority of that time. So yeah, that's just kind of how long it takes, trading. Like you're trading, 5-minute chart in this case, but it still takes time. Like you're waiting for that setup, then obviously, you're taking that trade, and if you're adding to that trade, you're managing it, it all takes time. Okay, 2 minutes and 30 seconds till the close of this bar. Let's go. Let's go. Let's attack those highs. Let's attack those highs. And we're getting rejected again. Really don't like the fact how we're getting rejected out there. Alright, let's see how this bar closes, and then I'm gonna decide if I want to close this trade or not. If we break above the high of this bar, then I'm gonna hold it. If not, I'm just gonna close this trade. Okay, so and if I close it, then I'm gonna see you guys. I'll try to see you guys tomorrow for the morning stream. But if not, then maybe we can do the same tomorrow for the Asian session at 6 p.m. Eastern. This session was profitable for us, so we can keep doing that, and we can start trading the Tradeify funded account. So in that Tradeify funded account, it's a 25K account, and you can withdraw up to $600 every day. It's a daily withdrawal, daily payout. But first, you have to build an $1,100 buffer. So it's a $1,000, which is the drawdown level, and then $100, which is like the buffer amount that they add. So when you make 1,100, anything above that, I think there's maybe like a minimum of 150 or something. Is you can withdraw. You can withdraw twice as much as you make, pretty much, but not obviously more than you have earned in your account. So remember that trading that Tradeify daily payout account that I just showed you guys when I had those payouts. I remember the first day was the first day in that funded account was a really good day. Okay, so like we talked about, I'm gonna close this trade right here because we didn't go above. And now look, we're going to go to 44. Just watch this. Let me just finish my thought. So in that Tradeify account, the last time I had it, I had a really good session the first day in that account. I hit a really good move on Crude. It was actually in that time when there was like a really big volatility on Crude, and I called like a $2,000 move when my drawdown is only 1,000. It's like double the drawdown. It's pretty crazy. And then I not only made like my buffer, because there's no consistency, so that's another great thing about that account, but there is a $500 a daily loss limit in that account. So that's another thing. You can't really swing for the fences too much, and you can only open one contract max. But if it happens that with a very little drawdown, you're able to get in a really big trade, like that trade on Crude, you can get a payout on day one. So you can make $1,100 buffer, and then you can get the $600 that you need to get a payout. Okay, so I remember that's what happens for me that time. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed this. Thanks so much for sticking around with me. We had this nice trade in gold. We got it here. We added a couple times, and it took us time to get there, and now it's just We're just gonna watch that. Let's just take a last look at crude. It's just nothing happening. That's pretty wild. Yeah, I guess we could have bought this, right? Maybe have stop loss here. That's $20. We could have made 2 to 1, but yeah, it didn't look too good. All right, thanks so much, guys. You have a good evening, and we'll see you